Last November, I started writing a video game. I've been keeping it under wraps, but I think I'm finally at the point where I'm ready to start talking about it publicly. So in this video, I want to give an overview of what the game is and where I am with it and where I think I'm going. So this is a puzzle game RPG hybrid of sorts. So the basic idea is you choose an encounter and choose the team you want to take. Right now I just have one champion, this warrior here. A little bit of equipment I could give him, a whole bunch of stats here. I'll talk a little bit more about what this stuff means. So I've put somebody in my party. I am fighting one imp. It has 8 health, it has nothing equipped. It's going to attack for 2 damage every turn. So these sound effects are temporary, by the way. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. If I play this battle, just having added the warrior to my party, he'll do nothing. Imp will attack each turn. Warrior will wait and die, and I lose the battle. So the basic idea here is you make every choice up front. So this is a true complete information game. You know everything you need to know going into each encounter to get it done. There are no random numbers, there are no moment-to-moment decisions. So what I need to do is create a configuration here on the setup screen that will allow me to get this done. Here, so I have an inventory which has a sword and a potion in it. I can equip it in those slots, gives me 1 more strength. Potion restores 3 health. So let's equip a sword and assign an action for the warrior to do. So the action is going to be attack. That will happen every turn. The target is first enemy. A lot of work to do on icons and tooltips and explanations and stuff. This over here on the right is the turn order. So I'm going to go first. My party has preference. We both have the same speed value. Speed is 5. You can control with keyboard, mouse, gamepad, whatever. Mouse is just nicer for pointing at stuff. Right, so you have speed 5, you have speed 5, so you'll both just go in alternating turns. So let's see how this goes. I've equipped a sword and assigned an action. Imp loses 2 health, warrior loses 2 health, so we're just going to trade blows of 2 health each. And since the imp starts with more health than I do, I die. So that's a loss. Alright, so let's look at this potion that we have. I can equip it here in an item slot and add another action. So I'm going to attack twice, then use a potion on myself. Let's see how that goes. So I'll take 4 damage here, deal him 4 damage, then heal for 3, go back to the start of the action grid, keep attacking, and just barely survive. Oh, I have some text problems here. Right, again, work in progress. Alright, so have a description of what happens each turn here. For winning that encounter, I got a few rewards. Let's go back a couple of screens. So every encounter comes with, not necessarily every encounter, but every encounter in here comes with rewards. I now have another champion I can take. This is a mage, has a little less health, but can equip magic, and I got a magic spell to give him. So I could go to encounter 2. Actually, I could go back to encounter 1 again if I wanted. Take the mage instead, for example. Give him the fire spell. Have him cast it every turn. Let's see how that goes. Cast fire. He takes some damage. He attacks me. So we could probably get that done. Actually, no. I don't think this would work. If I gave you a potion and told you to use it here... Yeah, this will not actually do the job, will it? I'm kind of just messing around and playing the game now. I'm going off script. So if I heal, that really does nothing. It just wastes a turn, basically, because I'm right back to where I was before that turn. Alright, so the mage can't actually beat the imp. However, the next encounter has a party capacity of 2 anyway. So basic flow of the game, you get the idea. So you fight a battle, earn some rewards for it. then take those to future encounters and try them and see if he can get them done. So I can look at all the encounters here. Now, what I mean when I say this is a true complete information game is that you can look at every encounter here and see exactly what it's going to give you. And you can see the effect of every item, what all the stats do. I don't have full descriptions for everything implemented just yet. That's still a work in progress, but let me show you this. So if I go to the fire spell, for example, it requires 1 focus, so that's a stat that the mage has. The warrior can't equip it. He doesn't have spell slots anyway. Costs 1 energy, can target any of these types. This is self, first ally, all allies, first enemy, all enemies, and everyone in the battlefield. And it'll decrease health by 2 when you cast it. Now if I click this, this actually shows, this isn't super readable right now, but I can switch to this representation, which shows the exact formula that's used to calculate how much damage the fire spell does. So it starts with a base of 2, then adds the actor's focus stat. And if I'm targeting more than one thing, then it will divide by 2 and round up. So what that means, let's go over to this encounter where there are more enemies. I can show you. So if I equip the fire spell, now it's actually doing 3 damage there because I have 1 focus. So that's boosting it by 1. So this, let's see if this all actually works. So fire spell on 1 target is going to do 3 damage. If I change it to all enemies, still says 3. Okay, well, maybe I need to work on this. Anyway, but the whole idea is that there are no hidden numbers or calculations. Everything that's involved in this is fully visible to you. So right, all of the puzzle really takes place on this setup screen. For the most part, all the puzzle of each encounter. There's a second layer of puzzle to determine which of the encounters you can actually get done with the rewards you have. I'm hoping to replace this flat list of encounters with some sort of like hierarchical branching map screen so that you will, you'll have a bunch of choices of where to go, and the choice might not be immediately obvious. Like you'll have several things you might be able to get done with your current abilities, so it's just a matter of going in, trying them, seeing how they go, maybe seeing if the reward for one of these, like this wizard hat, which would give me 1 more focus, would help with another encounter. So maybe that would clue me in to focus on encounter 3 before encounter 2. In addition to that, so this is the campaign. You earn rewards and get to take them to all the other encounters. I also have a mode where there are standalone puzzles here. So each of these puzzles just has its own predetermined inventory of champions and equipment you can use that's not affected by anything that's done in the encounters. So it's just sort of 2 different ways to play the game. You have the standalone challenge puzzles here and the encounter campaign where you gain power and can take it to other encounters. In addition, you can activate one of these challenges down here. So these can come with their own different starting inventories. So if I start this one, I actually start with a mage instead of a warrior who gets a whole bunch of stuff. I can have a sword, a wizard hat, and a bunch of other things. Got some time magic spells. Anyway, so it's sort of an alternate take on the encounter list here. So a different way to get it done. And this encounter is my goal of the challenge. Here's another one that basically just starts the same as everything else, but says, instead of going to encounter 3, this one is locked, you skip straight to encounter 4 to complete the challenge. Anyway, so this is just a test scenario. This is not... what has happened here? Hold on. Something's wrong. Okay, I found a bug. A button has disappeared. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Lots of work still to do. Anyway, so that's the basic flow of the game. I don't want to go too deep into it in this video. I'm going to hopefully do these semi-regularly. I don't have a schedule picked out for it yet, but I am working on the game every single day. I have an unbroken chain of work from last November. Every day I've done a little bit more in this game. I'll talk a little bit more about that methodology in future videos. Technical details. Anyway, yeah, so I'm hoping that by putting these devlogs together, it'll help me have more motivation to get this done quicker, and maybe I can get some early feedback. So yeah, if you have any thoughts on this game design so far, please do let me know, and I'll see you again for more devlog videos.